Whiteville, and we usually go to Max Preps or local papers or whatever. And couldn't come up with anything, but I'm going to try to go back and research that further to see just what kind of a season Creech has had, because he's.
So, folks, we did just have a power outage in this throughout the stadium. Some banks of lights were flickering, and we had a power surge. And so the broadcast, we lost you temporarily. And if you are still with us, well, congratulations, and we thank you.
I think I was in the middle of saying something very profound, but I forgot what I was saying.
It must not have been that profound.
So, I think I'm becoming the Lee Corso of Focus Broadband coverage. I'm forgetting everything.
So, touchback. Boy, Creech has about 3 or 4 touchbacks, a field goal, 7 for 7 on extra points. A night to remember for the young man. Jay, I overestimated it. They're not going to get this first snap off until about less than a minute and a half left in the third quarter, and Whiteville lined up for the field goal at 4:10.
Well, the other thing about Creech, the 7 TDs in the first half, but 4 of them he kicked into the wind. And it didn't matter. He had a little fade, a little hook, a little, he was using that wedge and that 9-iron really, really well.
Partner, want to hear a super cool story?
I do.
So my junior year, I had joined the football team just as, trying to kick. Didn't even know if I'd ever get on the field. Well, our regular kicker missed an extra point and a field goal attempt at Charlotte Christian. We were playing Charlotte Christian on the road. Went on a charter bus and everything. It was an awesome trip. Oh man, that was a Aaron Varnum wrestling move. Anyway, so we missed a field goal attempt and an extra point. So we score again. And as a matter of fact, Brett had the game of his life that night. He caught 2 touchdowns and threw 1. Anyway, so we score our second touchdown, and they're like, Sam, go try. We're having kicking nightmares. Go try. Well, I made that first one, finished the night 5 for 5, and it was my job the rest of the year.
Yikes. You won the kicking competition.
Yeah, so Aaron will remember our first-string kicker, Stuart Champion, who was our starting middle linebacker, and he kicked. And was having a tough time that night at Charlotte Christian. So, I saved the day. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
The first of many. The better story is when you were playing in the state finals or something in tennis. Was it the state or the district finals?
The cramping story?
No, the one where he hit it. He hit the ball. And
that was states.
He asked you if it was out, and you said it was so fast. You couldn't see it, but it sounded like it was good.
He said, was it in? Sounded like it. And it sounds like we are through 3 quarters here at the Swamp. Whiteville 52, East Columbus 0. We'll be back for the start of the 4th quarter here on your Focus Broadband TV game of the week. Welcome back to the 4th quarter where there's 12 minutes on the clock. 12 minutes of running clock. Whiteville leads 52-0. Handoff up the middle. Whiteville stuffs it. Will set up about a 3rd and 16 or 17.
And we haven't had any. One of your favorite descriptions, Sam, is he got stoned or he stoned him. Yeah, I don't know that we've seen any.
You like that?
I do. Stones going on here tonight.
Well, it was fitting there because he certainly got stoned. And, Jay, we got Graham in at quarterback. You said he'd thrown some passes this year,
he
right?
He absolutely has. They have, I think, 3 or 4 kids who have, statistically thrown the ball this year, and Graham, one of them, 13 for 22, 148 yards and a touchdown.
You know what we need to address in this fourth quarter?
What's that?
We need to address your big weekend plans.
Oh, gosh.
Tell our viewers what's happening.
Okay, well,
because this is huge, folks.
Let's see this play right here. There you go.
And roughing the passer comes in at the end of the play.
Swarm Whiteville tackling that time, but hopefully everybody's okay. Yeah, so this coming Saturday, this is the first time ever for me. My wife and I, Darius, are very good friends with Jim and Chicky Wallace, who are just about as good a people as you're ever going to come across. And their daughter, Erin, who is in her second year of residency at a hospital in Greenville, South Carolina, and her fiance, Sam Schwartz, who is also in his second year of residency at a hospital in Greenville, are getting married. And a year ago, they asked me if I would officiate. And I thought they meant like, okay, like I see officials at a football game and give me a whistle. It can't be that hard. Well, I was wrong, of course. They meant we want you to marry us. And I said, yeah, sure, no brainer, right? That was a year ago. Another incomplete pass with 9:50 to go. So that was a year ago, and all of a sudden it's 2 days from now, and I discovered that I was right, that it is a no-brainer, and I don't have any brains in which to do this, and I got to, try to come up with something by Saturday. But I am so honored and thrilled. Sam and Erin are just a wonderful couple. And
wait, she's marrying a guy named Sam?
She's marrying a guy named Sam. Can you believe it?
She did good.
Dr. Sam, Dr. Erin. So we're going to.
No, that's right.
There you go. So we're gonna try to
officiated by Jay.
And weather's gonna cooperate. I just know it is, and it's gonna be a great time. And I'm gonna do everything I can to not screw this up. Right.
Well, here is to a lifetime of happiness for Dr. Sam and Dr. Erin.
Yeah, they are great. So that and
Mr. Jim and Miss Chicky, one down.
Well, and so Erin is the niece of a guy that a lot of people in the area certainly know, and I know Sam does, John Donahue of John Donahue Automotive, which he just recently sold.
And was on the front page of the News Reporter, exactly. I believe, or was in the News Reporter with the sale of
John, God bless him, and Debbie, they've been able now to retire. And
Jay, you talk about some fine folks.
Yep. Indeed. So, and I'll tell you what, with Erin and certainly Sam's dad, Ivan, get this, was a sports anchor in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
Went to Syracuse University, where
Big J journalism school.
Big capital J has covered, you name it, Super Bowls, Olympics, NC2A championships.
How about that?
Wonderful, wonderful guy, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing him this Saturday as I try desperately not to screw his son's wedding up. But anyway.
You got this, Jay Bird.
Well, if I get stuck, I know who I'm going to call. 1-800 Sam Hickman to the rescue.
Well, I no longer have a youth football game Saturday.
So you're available.
I'm wide open, yeah.
I told him I guess it would be like
Pirates are 1-1, by the way.
The creed of the color analyst, often wrong but never in doubt. So
yeah,
I'll try desperately to minimize the wrongs on Saturday, and hopefully, and I'm sure, given these two kids, it's going to be a great, great day.
Jay, you need to work some of your color analyst lines into the wedding. Like water seeks its own level.
Yeah.
It's be like, You can
Nice.
say, hey, Sam, Aaron, if I leave you with anything else, remember this. Marriage is about location, not rotation.
You know what I'm going to tell them? If you successfully tackle somebody the way Caleb Johnson did on that play, you're going to have a good and fruitful life.
Yes, indeed. A fine open field tackle. 6.5 minutes left to go in the game. Whiteville leads 52-0. East Columbus facing a 3rd and 15 from its own 38-yard line. Jay, has East Columbus had a snap in Whiteville territory? I don't believe so.
I don't think so. Have they had a first down? They did get a first down, right?
A couple. They had one on the first drive.
That's right. Oh, darn. That was close.
And then they had one on the offsides on the punt. They had a roughing the passer first down. So, yeah, 3 or 4.
Well, something to build on, and I don't know who the Gators go up against next week, but my guess is they likely will not be as formidable as the Wolfpack from Whiteville.
I'm going to guess they won't play another game this season against an opponent of Whiteville's caliber. No, I just think East Columbus is taking its time on before the 4th down snap. Maybe letting the play clock run all the way down and calling a timeout. Or if we throw the play clock rules out the window with this running clock and 52-point deficit.
Boy, that was a good catch on your part.
So, Jay, let me get your
Please don't.
let me get your opinion.
I'm
on
out of bullets,
here.
Sam.
Wow, that's
going
the
up top.
4th down.
Ooh.
Chunk it.
Did he call a flag?
No
He didn't throw the
flag
flag
on the
did
play.
he? And that's our guy, right? Well, no, that wasn't Will Fisher defending. That's
Nope, that
Caleb
was
Johnson.
Johnson, yeah. Okay, Jay.
Yep.
Youth football game this past Saturday. The Shallotte Pirates are up 12-7. We've got like a 3rd and 7. I don't know, minute 10, minute 15 left. There's no play clock in youth football, so keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your mind. So we run a power play on 3rd and 7, and we decide, look, if we get it, great, we ice it. If not, we'll punt. They move the ball forward 30 yards, and the other team gets the ball. So we run our 3rd down play, stays in bounds, but he's tackled short of the line of gain. So we get back in the huddle, and I say, guys, we're just gonna stand here until the other team was out of timeouts. So we're just gonna stand here until the referee makes us do something. So the referee comes to the huddle right as we huddle up. This is like 5 seconds after the play is, the runners roll down, and he says, "You've got to tell me if you're punting or going for it right now." And I say, "Hold on, wait just a second." They don't have any timeouts left, and there's no play clock, and you give us basically 30 seconds in between plays normally. How can you tell me 5 seconds after he was, ruled down that I have to tell you right now and you're stopping the clock whether I'm punting or not? Why don't I get 30 seconds to bleed off that clock? And he says, "We know what you're doing." And I said, "I know you know what I'm doing. They know what I'm doing. They're out of timeouts. The whole stadium knows what I'm doing. But why should I have to, after my 3rd down play, stop the clock and tell you what I'm going to do?" Right? Do I have a point here? Beef or no beef?
Who won the fight?
I mean, the referee. The referee won. But, Jay, what I did was when he asked, I said, well, I just kind of made the conversation as long as I could while the clock continued to run.
Which nobody does it better.
Yeah, thank you, I guess. And anyway, so they got the ball back, fumbled on their 2nd snap. We recovered. We win 12-7. But I thought, okay, if that's going to be implemented, we need a play clock.
Yeah, we need a play clock.
Because I'd let it bleed down to 1, call a timeout,
sure,
then tell you we're punting.
Yeah.
In this case.
Well, it sounds like maybe some they were kind of getting ahead of what this is all about. That's a good hit. Who
tackle,
is that?
33.
33 is a ball carrier.
80. Graham.
And Graham was a tackler. Yeah, 33 is Jalen Reedon. He's run a couple on this series and run very well.
Boy, partner, I tell you, it is so much fun out there with those 6 through
with the
9
little
year olds.
kids. Yeah.
And Jay, this came from my dad, so, of course, Dad says it is the truth. He said, son, it's much less chaotic than I imagined.
No
I
kidding.
mean, it's impressive what these kids are able to do. Jay, they huddle up.
Wow.
The coach at their level is allowed on the field, but they line up correctly. We've got a playbook of probably 20, 22, 24 plays.
Jeez,
they know them all. I think in 2 games we've had maybe 3, 4 flags. It's quite a sight.
That's very impressive. Yeah.
No, not because of anything I've done. No, I'm saying the kids are impressive.
Somebody whispered in my ear he thinks he's Sam Belichick, and I couldn't agree with you more.
Not me. I maybe give that title to Coach Jeremy or Coach Jordan or Coach Paul, not Coach Sam.
J.P. Price coaching it out now, by having quarterback Oldham take a knee.
Jay Bird, wrap it up for us. One-sided, but more good stuff from J.P. Price's Whiteville Wolfpack.
Yeah, the Pack has been on a roll since that early first game of the year loss, and so they're going to run their win streak to 5 here this evening. And the 2-game win streak has come to a halt for the Gators of East Columbus High School. But a lot of football left to be played this season, and both these two teams are going to be in there fighting hard.
So, Jay, Whiteville, after losing a lopsided Week 1 game at North Brunswick, the Wolfpack are on a roll, folks. J.P. Price and Company improved to 5-1. East Columbus falls to 2-4 overall. Thanks for joining us here on Focus Broadband TV for your Game of the Week. We'll see you next week as the Ashley Screaming Eagles travel to BSL to take on the South Brunswick Cougars. From the Swamp at East Columbus High School, Whiteville 52, East Columbus 0. For Aaron Varnum, Jake Godek, I'm Sam Hickman. The Reverend Jake Holmes, best color analyst in the business and wedding officiator this weekend. Good luck, Jay. And we'll see you all next time on your Focus Broadband TV Game of the Week. Good night from Lake Walkemall.